Hi, Omega Khaos again with another online tech profile, and this time I'm showing my pure Dice deck. So we now have a new Dice card from the legendary decks thing that hobby obviously had three different decks, and the Dice deck was one of them, and this card is actually really good and actually ties the whole deck together, so you don't really have to run any magicians anymore, or even performables aside from Joker or Sorcerer and your Dice performables. So I guess let's go a sec. So first we have Dice Evolution Dragon. Right now it's an OCG only card, but it's pretty good. You're probably never going to summon it because the summoning conditions are way too steep. But essentially you can discard it to search for any level 8 or lower Dragon Pendulum by paying 500, and also its effect is that you can pay half of life points to send everything on the field and in both graveyards back to the deck. But of course the only way to use this effect is to basically copy its effect with Supreme King Starving Venom, and it's actually a pretty viable combo. And also this card gains attack equal to half of your opponent's life points, so that's pretty good as well. Obviously in combination with Supreme King Starving Venom, like I said, you're not going to summon it ever. At least not in this deck. Then pretty much now the key card of this deck, Dice Arc Pendulum Dragon. It's a normal pendulum, obviously no effect, scale 8, and its pendulum effect is that if any Dice card or multiple Dice cards are destroyed by battle or card effect, you can pass on one Dice monster from your hand, deck or graveyard. So that's really amazing. Obviously it combos well with cards like Sky Iris and with Dice Pendulum effect and stuff like that. So it definitely makes the deck a lot more viable as a pure deck. At least more or less pure. So definitely really amazing. There are obviously your regular Dice Pendulum Dragon, still pretty much obviously another key card of the deck. Then one Dice Phantom Dragon, the manga counterpart of Dice Pendulum Dragon, definitely pretty good as well. So yeah, and I run one Dice Lancer Dragon, really good as well because you can special summon it with Dice Arc Pendulum Dragon's effect, and it also protects your Dice cards as well, and a really good beater as well, 3000 attack. So the highest attack Dice monster in the main deck. And I also run regular Dice Dragon, just because obviously I can easily summon it with Arc Pendulum Dragon, and it has a pretty decent effect just for utility and stuff like that, because obviously I can easily summon it with Arc Pendulum, which means that it actually makes this card pretty decent, I guess, but I could take it out maybe. Then one Dice Gravity Dragon, pretty good, obviously bounces away all of the back row your opponent has, and your opponent cannot respond to this effect, which means you could easily auto-K your opponent, and also your opponent has to pay 500 for each card effect they activate. So really nice. And it's definitely not too hard to summon because you can easily search out the pieces with Sky Iris or even your Spiral Flame Strike. Then the Special Dragon, really good to negate any monster's effects that are summoned from the extra deck. So, and obviously a really good scale one as well, level 5. So that would be really good in this deck. Just one Dice Mirage Dragon has an extra scale 8, but normally you are always going to have Dice Arc Pendulum Dragon in the scale. So you generally don't really need any other high scales aside from all dice Arc Pendulum Dragon, but it's just here just in case. Then I do actually run 2 Magician Pendulums. First is Shiaki Magician to be able to summon Oda's Rebellion and Oda's Racing Dragon. Obviously you don't really have that many ways to search it in this deck, but you can definitely search out easily with Skullcrobat Joker, so yeah. And also Noble Dragon Magician, which is really good for synchro summon with your Oda's monsters. Now then I run Performable Oda's Dissolver, which is really good to summon out your Oda's Vortex Dragon. And of course you can also easily summon it with Oda's Arc Pendulum Dragon's effect as well. And the scale effect is pretty good as well. Then I run 2 Performable Oda's Synchron, another pretty good Pendulum Tuner to summon out your synchros. And its scale effect is used to actually be able to summon Oda's Wing Dragon, because currently we don't really have any other way to summon that card. Then I run obviously your free Skullcrobat Joker, because I can't pretty much search out anything in this deck. And Performable Skullcrobat Joker, it has several uses, of course. First to search out your Skullcrobat Jokers, and also to trigger Oda's Arc Pendulum Dragon's effect. So pretty good, and also of course it's searchable with Duel's Alliance. Then Triple Sky Iris, of course it's an Oda's deck, so we must have to run free Sky Iris. It's really powerful, and I think you know what this card does. Then free Duel's Alliance, there are obviously several targets you can search out with this card, like your Oda's Arc Pendulum Dragon, actually, because it has Pendulum in its card name. Obviously your regular Oda's Pendulum Dragon, and also things like Pendulum Sorcerer, and also Pendulum Fusion and Pendulum Paradox. So quite many targets, so definitely really amazing card. Then I run 3 Spiral Flame Strike. It has 2 different effects. One is that if you control an Oda's card, you can destroy 1 card on field. And second effect is that add to your hand level 7 Oda's monster from the deck, or 1 level 7 Oda's Pendulum monster from the deck deck, but normally it's just going to search from the deck, obviously. Then Oda's Fusion, of course, pretty obvious. Oda's Advent as well, of course, ritual summon Oda's Gravity Dragon. 1 Pendulum Fusion because it's searched with Duel's Alliance, and 1 Pendulum Paradox to search to recycle your pendulums from the extra deck, obviously because of with the new link rules, you can only summon 1 pendulum from the extra deck. And obviously your free terraformings to search out Sky Iris. Then the extra deck, 1 Oda's Venom Dragon, of which it requires an Starving Venom monster and Oda's monster. You're not going to summon it that often, but it's still pretty good to have it, because I want to run pretty much all of the Oda's hybrids in this deck. Then Supreme King Dragon Starving Venom, pretty good to copy like Evolution Dragon's effect and stuff like that. And then of course your regular Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Then your Performable Gatling Ghoul, pretty nice as well. And obviously your 2 Oda's Vortex Dragon. Then some Synchros, Oda's Wing Dragon. Pretty hard to summon it in this deck, but again, like I said, I want to run all of the Oda's hybrids in this deck. So yeah, it's definitely not bad at all. Then Supreme King Dragon Clearing, pretty good as well. Oda's Meteorburst Dragon. And of course Cleaving Trick Dragon. The next season monsters, Oda's Rebellion Dragon, pretty good, they Oda care opponent. Oda's Racing Dragon, destroy all of your opponent's cards. 2 Oda's Absolute Dragon, really good rank 7 in this deck. And of course your Dark Rebellion Exist Dragon, the only rank 4 in this deck. So that was my pure Oda's online deck profile. I'm definitely considering building this deck in real life for sure. because it really has been pretty fun to play and all that, and it's actually pretty nice and pretty good, but unfortunately it's obviously not as good as like just Pendulum Magicians with Sark, but it even has quite a bit of potential. So I hope you enjoyed this online tech profile. For now, goodbye and Omega Khaos out.